Hello world, Stephen Michael Zach here, and today we're taking a look at the Zhiyun M40. This is their brand new pocket light. Now this will cost you $99 at the time of the recording of this video. Sometimes it goes on sale for $90, but I did buy this with my own money, so these are going to be my own brutal and honest opinions as always. So let's take a look at what comes inside the box. My own brutal and honest opinions as always. This is new to me. Okay, so inside this lovely magnetic box here, you are going to get your little book of instructions, warranties, all that fun stuff right there. So there you go. You're going to get the light itself, and you're going to get a USB Type-C to USB charger here. Now let's talk build quality of this light. It is made of plastic. There is a lot of ventilation. You do get kind of like this hollow little thing, which we'll talk about in a bit. And you do get this kind of weird mount here. Now, yes, you can use it as a kickstand like that. You can slide it onto a shoe or mount it. There's a 1/4-20 there and a 1/4-20 here. So if you're doing TikTok, you want to mount it like this, you can. Or you can oddly mount it onto your camera like this. There are no other 1/4-20s. You do get some controls here. You now get 2700 Kelvin, 35, 43, 5000, 5600, 6200, and that is it. And I will talk about this a little bit more. Let's go ahead and turn this on. And as you can see, let's go to 100% power. This thing is bright. They were not lying. This is super duper bright for a pocket light. So there you go. There you have it. And you can kind of go through the color temperatures. And it does have a nice switch through color temperatures. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. Now the LEDs do crossfade. You have 8 daylight and 8 tungsten, and they do crossfade very, very nicely, so you're not going to get any flicker. Of course, at the center, you are going to get, at the center here, when it's in the middle, you are going to get the brightest, and that's going to dim out to each end, again, because you don't have as many LEDs on. Let's go ahead and slap on the diffusion. You want to make sure you have the power, holes here for the power indicator, and you do want to slide this in like so. Be careful pulling on this. Like I said, it's not the best made. I can definitely see it ripping. And you just kind of squeeze this into place like so. And there we go. It is on. Let's go ahead and we'll flip this on. And as you can see, it does diffuse quite nicely. It works okay. I mean, about as well as the aperture ones do or any other ones. It does diffuse fairly well. So there you go. Now let's take a listen to the fan, because after a minute, like Andrew Locke said on Gaffer and Gear, this thing becomes a jet engine, and it's even worse when the silicone is on. So let's just take a listen to the fan for a few seconds. Here's my microphone. $4,300 Kelvin. So as you can hear, this thing is ramping up and up and up in just a few seconds. There we go with another ramp. So this thing gets super loud, especially with the silicone on. This is getting very, very, very hot. I can almost feel the silicone like starting to melt and be malleable. And again, there is yet another fan kick up. So that is a major downside. Also, when I try to pick it up, I just pressed on the back of the fan. That is terrible. So there you go. That is the fan noise, especially with this silicone on. And oh boy, this thing is hot. If I left this on a little bit longer, I could turn this off. Sorry, I blinded you. If I left this thing on a little bit longer, I would probably melt the crap out of this. So definitely do not use the diffusion. It is not good if you're running at 100% power. Well, if you're running at 100% power, definitely not. But man, is this thing hot, and man, can I almost mold this stuff. And of course, the front of the light is incredibly hot. So, pros and cons. Do I recommend this? Absolutely not. And I will tell you why. I am impressed with the amount of power that they are able to crack out of this thing. In fact, I think it just broke when I dropped it slightly. Yep, that came out of somewhere. Okay, so do not drop these. That is the first thing. Like I said, I'm impressed with the power. They are super duper duper bright. My main problem, well, one of my main problems is the fact that I do not know what brightness or color temperature this thing is. Yes, you get a few of the major flavors of color temperature, but I have no idea. You get 0%, 25%, 50%, 75%, and 100%. So that's fine, but I tried counting all the different lines in the DIM and the CCT, and I couldn't quite figure out where things were. I couldn't figure out what's 23%. Again, there's not a lot of accuracy here, especially in the color temperature. I would like to know what color temperature I'm setting this onto. So that is a major downside. The other downside is, of course, the way that you have to mount this on the camera like this. This is very awkward to put on a camera unless you're mounting it for TikTok, which is very odd. I really wish they gave us a 1/4-20 here. That is sorely missing. I will probably add a phone holder, maybe a phone holder and a ball head to get the proper mounting. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room. The fan is like a jet engine that keeps revving up and up and up, especially when you have the diffusion on. The diffusion gets hot and almost bendable. You can kind of crumple it into a shape. This is going to melt, so definitely skip that. And the front does get very, 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 very warm, even though you do have all this diffusion. And lastly, with the fan, when the fan is ramped up and you grab onto the fan is too close to the plastic here. So you're going to press down right on the back of the fan. It's going to stop the fan abruptly. So you do run the risk of when you pick it up like this, you're going to break your fan. So that is a huge problem. That is a huge defect here. Now, I will say that, yes, the battery's probably here. When this thing is on full power battery, I think I only got 25 minutes at 100%. So there's that. Now, I do think that this little plastic piece here, and it is plastic, this looks almost like a placeholder, almost like, again, they wanted to get these out to show how much power they can cram into something this small. But they left a little placeholder here where they could put a little gimbal screen and maybe in the next generation, real brightness and color temperature controls, so you could actually see, accurately see where you're setting this thing. But as of right now, there's really no way to tell. It is 2023, people. Stop giving us stop giving us guess controls, what I like to call guess controls. You are just guessing at the controls here. And that is a major downside. Now, is this bright? Yes. Is this color accurate? If you really want to see all the spectrometer tests, I'll leave a link to Andrew Locke's video from Gaffer and Gear. He did a fantastic job. He has a fantastic review on this with all the specs. But these things are not really that color accurate. And they run very, very hot. The fan is jet engine loud. When you grab the back, you press against the fan. Get terrible, terrible, terrible mounting. Yes, you can do that. That's cool. They sell a silicone thing. Do not waste your money. It's going to melt. I'm really, really torn because I am actually keeping these because I did use these when my power went out. They were great to kind of stick in my bathroom to have actual lighting in my bathroom bouncing off the wall. It was like having a light on, which was super cool. So I will keep these. But as far as the silicone, those are going to go back to the store. They are not great. Do I recommend this? I mean, if you need something, again, these aren't cheap, but if you need something super powerful, you're doing anything without a microphone, you can get by with these, or doing something outside, or these are far enough away from anything, any microphone or anything you're recording. These can work. But I am very disappointed in these. Unfortunately, there's just a lot wrong with these. So hopefully they will come out with a generation 2 and they will fix a lot of the problems. But as of right now, I cannot recommend this. Which is a shame because it feels nice, it works well. They're on the right track, but it still needs some development. So that's it. Those are my thoughts, but I want to know yours. So leave your questions and comments in the notes below. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to mash the bell button to be notified when we drop a brand new video. And feel free to use the links below as it helps out the channel. I'm Stephen Michael Zach, and this is new to me.